This one goes out to one of our biggest fans, my boy Patrick Raymond. I'm stuck on you. What ho, what ho. Stuck like glue. You and me baby, we're stuck like glue. What ho, what ho. Stuck like glue, you and me baby, we're stuck like glue.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC Davo. With me today we have Kels.
How you do that there?
We have Andy.
Hello, ladle brainers.
And we have the sensei, Neil.
Hey, everybody.
Let's do that thing, Neil.
All right. You want to play some trivia?
I do.
All right. Each week we have a theme, and within that theme we have 6 categories. Each category has 4 questions worth 10 points apiece, with a few bonus points thrown in here and there, perhaps. And then a final question, which is worth up to 100 points. And I have some bad news. I neglected to write any questions this week.
Oh, then what are we doing here?
Then I win. Hey,
No.
everybody.
I need a win more than anybody here.
We are the champions.
Well, I think I can help us out. What's this in my pocket?
Oh.
It's a whole damn quiz in here. We can use this
What?
one. Yeah.
Everybody
Nice.
knows you don't have pockets.
I mean, these basketball shorts do. I don't know about yours.
My basketball shorts do too. I keep
See?
cookies in them.
Andy's not wearing shorts.
Oh, we didn't need that visual.
No.
Neil.
Yeah, you did. There it is.
I hope you mean only because he's wearing
It's
pants.
a lot of hair.
I have to say, if there's a podcast version of the Emmys, I think we should get one for that segue we had right there. That was
Really?
Yeah.
You should.
I mean, it was all ad lib, but it was so believable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why we get the big bucks in podcasting. Not everybody. Oh, actually, everybody does have a podcast. Never mind.
Well, all right. If you gents are ready, I can give you a hint about what the show is. It's not a mystery this week, but I can give you a
good.
hint.
Well, then why don't you just tell
Oh,
us
yeah, why
what
don't
it
you
is?
just tell
It's
us?
not a mystery.
No,
It's
I'm running this one.
confused. Okay.
So when I say hoorah, what do you think of?
The Marines also, that cartoon.
That's painful. Anyway, today's
It's
show.
a Shamalar.
Wasn't that from our old rap song?
Thank you, Neil. Today's show is about hip hop.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
All about hip
wow.
hop.
Well,
Huh.
So it's
Well, you've
music for
got-
Andy.
3 of the most highly touted hip hop experts in the
Right.
world on this show.
Right.
Well, this isn't an advanced quiz. It's beginners hip hop.
Boy.
It's
See,
1000. Mhm.
HIPHOP.
Don't forget
And
the
is there a
hyphen.
hyphen?
There's a hyphen.
There's a hyphen. I won't put it on my paper, prof.
I just want to be clear because it's a podcast nobody can see, but I'm waving my hand in the air like I just don't care.
Oh, you don't have the emotion behind it, but
Rats.
I'll give you points for that.
Okay.
Well, let's get it started, would we?
Sure.
Shall we with a little history?
Okay.
All
Hip
right.
hop history. So I'm guessing Andrew Jackson possibly is going to be the first answer. Or not.
You might be. Question 1. DJ Kool Herc is credited with originating hip-hop music on August 11th, 1973 at a back-to-school jam in what New York City borough?
locked in.
Locked in.
I hate borough questions. I got
So many good ones.
there's so many good boroughs, and I usually get them wrong. So I'm going to say this. All right, locked in.
All right. Davo, how about you start us off?
The Bronx.
Neil
I went the other way with Brooklyn.
and Andy.
I was tempted to go with the Beastie Boys' No Sleep Till Brooklyn, but I'm pretty sure it's the Bronx.
Hip hop was invented in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I didn't say the wrong borough.
Look at you.
Look at the big brain on Davo.
All right, question 2. What are the 4 elements of hip hop for 3 points apiece?
Water, fire,
No.
earth.
No.
Go planet. Wrong elements.
And then the Fire Nation attacked and What would the 4th one be?
Yeah, I have 3.
It's a magic number.
It's a magic number. All right.
I have 4 things.
I have 4 things. I'm locked in.
I have 3 things.
Well,
Well, I'm still thinking.
Ed Lover, man.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Davo.
I'm trying to get into the spirit.
All right, I'm locked in.
I spent most of the day listening to Canadian to heavy metal, but I'm on it today.
The Canadians have heavy metal?
Heck yeah, they do.
Did Bryan Adams buy a different guitar?
He got a different pedal. Add some distortion to the summer of '69. You got death metal.
All right, Andy, how about you start us off?
Oh, all right. You need an MC. You need a DJ. Beatbox.
Okay.
And 3-point harmony, though I think that might be the Beach Boys.
Okay. Davo.
I said you need rap.
Mm.
You need a DJ. You need some jazz.
Oh,
And
That's
you need
good.
some gospel.
or a sample.
Mm. And Neil.
I went a slightly different way. I said MC and DJ, but I also put in dancing, specifically breakdancing, if I have to be more specific, and visual elements, specifically graffiti.
Ooh.
How did
Well, Neil got them all. So it's
What?
huh.
DJing, MCing, or the rap, like the rapping part, graffiti writing or graph, and b-boying. The B stands for breaking or break.
These
sounds
were
like
3
12
points
points for
apiece,
me.
correct?
Yes, 3 points.
Yeah, I
apiece.
got one. I got 3 points. Whoa.
So it's 3 for Davos, 6 for Andy, and 12 for me.
12 for you.
Because when I think hip hop mastery, I think Neil.
Yes. You
He's
know.
on his way. He's well on his way.
Neil, how'd you come up with graffiti? Where do you hear graffiti in hip hop?
Well, you don't
Don't.
hear it, you see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hip hop is a culture.
find
Okay.
find me. It was all part. I mean, I watched documentaries.
Ken Burns.
I know
12
hip
part.
hop. I
Ken
watch
Burns hip hop.
PBS. I listen to NPR.
There was a show, a short show on HBO, I think, about like the beginnings of hip hop, and it was all about graffiti kids who
Okay.
started having parties and graffiti kids, artists, street artists who were singing and rapping and stuff.
David was in that documentary yelling, "Get a job."
Because he was a
Which
thousand
also
years
what he
old.
did through the entire episode of, or the entire play of Rent.
It sounds like him.
Get a job, you losers.
All right. Question 3. There has been some debate about what is the first rap song. Some say it's King Tim's III, Personality Jock by the Fatback Band, because it was released before what smash hit by the Sugar Hill Gang? And a 5-point bonus if you can name what song it sampled.
I'm locked in, and I think I can come up with the bonus.
I'm locked in too.
Me too.
All right, Neil, how about you start us off?
The song is Rapper's Delight, I think. And I have no idea about the sample.
Okay. And Devo?
The song is Rapper's Delight, and I believe they sampled Another One Bites the Dust.
And Andy?
It's Rapper's Delight, but I think they sample Good Times by Chick.
Chick.
The correct answer is Rapper's Delight. You all got that correct. And Andy got the bonus right. It is Good Times by Chic. I always thought it was called.
Oh, that's the second time I've done that.
It's definitely Chic.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's definitely Chic.
So when it goes do, that's from Chic.
Yeah. Good Times.
Because I just had the first 4 notes, the first 5 notes.
Until you did that, I was like, okay.
I stopped at 5 notes. That's a sample size. Done. That's all you need.
Okay. And question 4. In 1987, what Def Jam group made history with the first hip-hop album to hit #1 on the Billboard 200?
Locked in.
87. I was listening to Faith No More.
I'm locked in with something.
All right. I'm going to say this. Locked in.
And Andy, you're locked in too?
Oh, yeah, locked in first.
Okay. How about you start us
look
off,
at
Andy?
you.
La-di-da.
1 point bonus for speed.
What you got, Andy?
We're the Beastie Boys.
And Devo?
I was, for some reason, NWA kept popping into my head, but I did write down the Beastie Boys.
And Neil?
Yeah, I remember kids in school running around yelling about wiffle ball bats and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with Beastie Boys.
You are all correct. It was the Beastie Boys. Congratulations.
Was that Licensed to Ill?
Yeah.
It was. So what are our scores after 1 round?
After the first category, I have 32, Devo has 33, and Andy has 39.
Ooh. This
Anybody's
could be
game.
closer.
Anybody's game. Well, Sensei, I look up to you, so I felt like I had to have this category.
No.
We're gonna do some science.
Oh, no. Don't pander to him. You don't need to. He has no power over you. You shouldn't fear him.
Hey, Kels, there'll be an extra movie category next time for you.
Wow,
Yes.
you son of a
Whoa.
Wow.
I got you.
That's how I thought it worked, but now I
the
finally
International
know.
Trivia Commission is going to have something to say about this.
Is it International Trivia Commission?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
It's in
does.
Rotterdam.
It's Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
I would have guessed Geneva, but okay.
It's in Rotterdam.
I like Rotterdam. You know what? I think Devo should win this just on that joke. I don't know where you pulled Rotterdam from, but that was the funniest city you could have mentioned.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, you might have some bonus points lined up for you somewhere. So this is how this is going to work. So it's hip hop elements. So I'm going to give you elements from the periodic table. You're going to use their symbols to create a hip hop artist's name.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go get a snack. I'm gonna pop some corn. And
Andy, you got a shot at this.
no, I don't, because I don't
Yes,
know
you
the
do.
periodic table at all.
No, listen to me, Andy.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
If you can
I'm with you.
decipher like 1 or 2, you might just be able to use context clues and get the rest.
It's kind of like a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Kind of how I pass physics, context clues.
All right. There are 8 of these worth 5 points apiece.
Oh man.
Oh, God, this gets better.
All right. So question number 1, it's 2 words. So the first word, you have iodine, cerium. Second word, copper, beryllium.
Locked in.
Are they groups or artists?
Could be
Either
either.
or. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
I think slowly over the 4 years we've done this show, some of these elements have been pounded into my skull.
Not me, because I don't learn.
That's what I was counting on.
I got it. It took me a while.
It's very clever, by the way. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Andy, start us off.
Iced tea?
And Neil.
Ice Cube.
Son of a
And
mother.
Ice Cube.
The correct answer is Ice Cube.
Andy, it's a one letter. It's iced tea, not iced TEA. It's not a delicious beverage. It's a letter.
I can't express right now how much I hate every single one of you assholes.
Andy, I'm really proud that you got ice out of that. But
Wow, see, there's the shame nugget right there.
Well,
A little shame nugget. Let's just sprinkle a little shame. We get the shame grinder. How much shame would you like on your salad, sir? All right.
Shook, 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 shook. Keep going. Shook, shook, shook.
Oh,
You really tried to make 2 elements in one letter? Shook, 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 shook.
7
All right.
more of these. Hot dog.
You'll get this one, Andy. I got faith.
Will I?
Yeah, I got faith in you. All right.
Do you?
Question 2. Sodium sulfur.
That's all I get.
Sodium sulfur.
Oh, locked in, I think. Oh, this better be right. If I'm wrong, I'm just swear to God, I'm going to walk away if I got this wrong.
No, I'm right. I got it.
Swear
I
to
got
God.
it. I'm locked in.
Okay, Neil, what you got?
Nas.
Davo.
Is it Nas?
It's Nas.
Nas, whatever. I've literally I don't think I've ever heard his name.
That's fair. That's fair. Davo, did you also say
Nas?
And Andy?
I don't want to.
Oh, Andy, come on. This was my gimme. I almost went with this one first. Andy, what did you say? Did you write SOS?
I wrote salt and pepper.
That's cute.
Oh, wow.
It's cute.
Wow.
At least you know that sodium is a part of salt. Like,
Right.
That's a big step.
Holy moly.
I don't know the elements.
I felt the blowback on that one. Holy moly. Andy doesn't have any eyebrows anymore.
I know. 5 more of these.
No, 6.
No, 6. 6.
You don't know numbers either.
No, I don't. Humanities. Okay.
Okay. Number 3. Ruthenium, neodymium, moscovium.
Locked in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
My problem with this one is I don't necessarily know very many hip hop artists.
You know them. It's gonna look weird on your paper if you have it.
I wrote it like on my like I was thinking of the symbols and wow, it looks real dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm doing? I am hoping the chart has something to do with the actual letters he's using. So I've got a hip hop band.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Oh, I see what you did.
Letter make word. Word makes sense.
So, is that everybody?
You know, I don't know a lot about your hip hop. I'm a caveman that fell in the ice, and you're a scientist thousands of years later. Warm me up. Your hip hop scares me. All right.
Okay. Davo, how about you start us off?
Run DMC.
Yes!
Andy!
I got one!
I'll go to Andy next.
Run DMC.
And Neil.
Run DMC.
Points all around. It is Run DMC.
I got the last one, and I was trying to think of a rapper that ended in MC, and I was like, I just can't think of anything.
Well, a lot
then I decided to
actually.
get the actual rest of the words.
Well done, Neil. All right, number 4. Phosphorus, lithium, Einsteinium.
Oh, I don't know what phosphorus is. This is a problem.
I don't know what any of them are.
I'm locked in with some letters.
Okay.
Oh,
This would help if I knew what the periodic chart looked like. Or what it was, or how it worked. Hey, you know what? I need a break from all this thinking. Hey, Ray guy, come on in.
Oh, Andy's punting. Okay.
Yeah, this is a good time to punt.
phosphorus. Oh, I just don't know.
This,
I don't want to punt on a 5
I want to say
question.
these questions are diabolical. And after this episode, we are going to have a meeting about whether you get to do questions again. There will be a discussion.
David, I don't know if it's helpful. I've never heard of anybody spelled with letters in this order before.
Mhm.
All right, I'm just going to write a name. I'm locked in.
Okay, let's start with Andy.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
All right.
You're welcome.
Davo, what did you wind up putting for phosphorus?
T.
Interesting choice.
Very.
T-Pain.
T-Pain. Okay. And Neil.
Well, phosphorus is P, lithium is Li, and Einsteinium is Es. So I wrote Plies. Is that a thing?
That is a thing. His name is Plies.
Huh.
From Fort Myers, Florida.
Plies?
Dude, it's the
Oh, the
periodic
kids
table.
love the plies.
They don't have all the
Yeah,
letters.
limited
They
options.
have
Kids love the
limited,
plies.
have limited
No.
combinations.
It's not your combination of letters. It's the choice of names. Plies? Really?
It's not the strongest name. I will
No, it's a
admit.
terrible name because it immediately makes me think of toilet paper.
I was thinking more like someone who plies their wares on Etsy or something like that.
Oh, there you go. That's the difference between you and me, Neil. I went straight
Oh,
to the
that's-
toilet,
Straight to the
and
top.
you, and you went to the thesaurus.
That's one of many differences, Dava.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
All right. Number 5. Yttrium, oxygen. Yttrium, oxygen.
Oh, I'm locked in. Yes.
God, I hate you, Neil.
Did you say yttrium?
I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yttrium. Am I pronouncing it right, Neil?
I know what oxygen is, but I have no idea what yttrium is.
Yeah, I've just got 2 O's on my paper staring at me. And I'm trying to, and I know it's not Toto because they did Africa.
And phosphorus is T. So.
Yeah, so I've already used T. You never said phosphorus.
This is another artist that I haven't heard of, but I know what those letters are. So
That's what keeps you in the game.
See, Neil knows the periodic table, but not hip hop. I know neither.
Right.
So I'm in trouble. Yttrium. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm locked in.
Yttrium and oxygen.
No. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay.
And we have agreed it's not Toto.
It's
That's
not
I've
Toto.
agreed it's not
stuck on.
Toto because T is
Okay.
phosphorus.
Okay.
T is not phosphorus.
T is totally phosphorus if it's on my paper.
God, I hate everything associated.
But I'm not going to say
with
what
the
T
show
is just in case it comes up.
right now. There's
There's
no
no
T
T.
involved.
There's no T.
Oh, now I know why my joke wasn't funny. I get it. Science
Wow.
nerds in the corner are like, look at this asshole. There's no T on the periodic table.
Okay. Locked in.
All right. Neil.
So, fun fact.
Not having fun.
Yttrium is one of 4 elements named after Ytterby, Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's been on the show.
Yeah, it has. And
Urge to kill
its
rising.
symbol is Y and oxygen is O, so it must be yo-yo.
You can't play with my yo-yo. Davo, what'd you come up with?
IOIO.
IOIO?
IOIO, because Yttrium obviously
it's
is
off to work we
I.
go.
IO. Yeah.
And Andy.
Mine is so similar to Davo's. It's scary. I went with EIEIO, which, if it's not taken, that's my new MC handle.
MCEIEIO.
Yep. You know me. Word to your mother.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See how it flows?
Yep. The correct answer is yo-yo.
Yo.
Number 6.
Oh,
It's three,
God.
it's three words. You got this one, Andy.
Do I?
All right, yeah. First word is lanthanum dysprosium. Second word, oxygen fluorine. Third word, radium germanium.
See, Davo, straight up, be honest with me here.
Mm.
Are you and I both stuck on Jermaine Jackson right now?
Come on, Andy. Let's get serious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm locked in with 3 words.
I mean, at least I was in the ballpark with some of these.
I'm locked in with a joke answer because my God. Andy, we have been slacking on this periodic table for too long. Seems like it's here to stay. Well, my favorite answer is not going to be on here because there is no element of the periodic table with the letter 5.
Wow.
I mean, there is a fifth element.
Ooh.
Oh.
Boron.
You're the best, Neil.
All right, locked in.
Davo.
Lords of Acid.
Andy.
Lucky Lindy.
And Neil.
I another person I've never heard of. Oxygen fluorine is OF. I think I might have spelled dysprosium wrong, but lanthanum I think is probably LA and
God, I
dysprosium
even hate it when he answers.
DI. So I'm just explaining how I got there.
Uh-huh.
So the way I was going to do it, it was LADI, but I figured it's probably lady of, and then I'm not sure about germanium, but I'm guessing Lady of Rage, RAGE.
The correct answer is Lady of Rage.
What a coincidence.
Okay. I said Lords of.
Yeah, you got
You got the of.
So
Yeah.
can I have a point?
You
Point
know
for
what,
of?
Davo? I'll give you a point for
Yeah.
I had an L. I had an L and a Y. Just saying, since we're handing out points.
Lady of Rage is a cool name.
It really
Yeah.
is. I mean, that should be our band.
I think it's already taken,
I mean, it's
apparently.
already taken. But
Oh.
she was rough and tough with her Afro puffs. Rage. Rock on with your bad self. Number 7. Phosphorus, uranium, sulfur, hydrogen, astatine. Now, we'll tell you that the last letter is split off from the rest of them.
Oh, to make it easier.
I mean, when you try to say it, it will.
I got it locked in. And it's someone I heard of.
This would be easier if I knew any of these people.
Locked in.
All right. Andy, start us off.
This is T-Pain's little brother, P-Pain.
P-Pain?
Oh my God, I am lost on this category. So I don't even want to be a part of this category anymore. I don't know the periodical elements.
Emolents.
Emolents.
I love the emolents.
He's super flustered right now.
I really am. This is like the wrestling episode for me all over. I'm having flashbacks.
That's going to be like me for the rest of this show, I'm pretty sure.
I think everybody will do well. Devo.
Pusha T.
What? You
And
don't know.
Neil.
That's what I put to Pushat.
It is indeed Pusha T.
So you're familiar with that gentleman's work, David?
I've heard the name and I know he exists.
I've never heard of. No. New to me.
All right. And finally, number 8. 2 words. First word, actinium, titanium, oxygen, nitrogen. Second word, boron, ruthenium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen.
Locked in. And I've heard of this guy too.
I'm locked in. I think I figured out the secret to this category. Yeah. I got this.
Okay.
I keep checking my work because it doesn't seem like a real name. Okay, I'm locked in.
Okay. Neil, start us off.
What I wrote down is Action Brunson.
Okay. And Andy?
Addo Bronson. I'm just writing down letters at this point. No idea.
Action Bronson.
It is Action Brunson.
Oh, damn, I was close.
Andy, I want to give you points just because you got Brunson. I give Andy 2 points on that one.
Thank you.
You came a really long way,
still
my
in it.
friend. So what are the scores after category 2?
Well, if I did it right, Andy has 46, Devo 59, and I had 72.
I can't believe I'm still in it.
So we're going to go to movies. I'm going to give you a Best Picture winner, and you're going to give me the rapper who appeared in it.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Going with the wind.
Red had a Cole mixtape that they never talk about.
So could the answer be anybody who's ever rapped, or are we talking about someone who's a well known for
I think they have to
Rapping.
be in the movie.
Well, I know that.
As I understand
But
it.
I mean, Tom Cruise has probably rapped at some point in his life, right?
Not that I've heard, but
And he's in a bunch of Best Pictures, right? Sorry, move on. I don't think so.
that's his safety right now at this point. Just going with Tom Cruise.
All right. Question number 1. 2002, Chicago.
Locked in.
Oh, we have this movie. I don't remember Richard Gere being a big rapper. Oh,
MC
I know.
Gigolo.
MC Gigolo.
I got this locked in. Took me a minute.
I like him.
All right. Neil.
Never seen it. I'm just gonna go with LL Cool J.
Safe bet. He's in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Devo.
Queen Latifah.
And Andy.
It is Queen Latifah.
She was nominated for
Academy
Best Supporting
Award
Actress.
nominee.
Queen Latifah. Question 2. 2005. Crash.
Oh, I didn't like this movie.
Because it wasn't good.
Yeah, thank you.
I haven't seen this movie.
It shouldn't have won.
Locked in. I think, yeah, I'm locked in. It's a dumb movie.
Never seen it. Never
just a
seen
dumb
it. So I'm
movie.
going to go with Neil's safety.
You can't take my answer.
I looked at your paper first. Haha, locked in.
I'm locked in if I didn't say.
Okay. Andy, how about you start us off?
Much like the plot, it's ludicrous.
And Davo
LL Cool J.
and Neil.
I also said LL Cool J. I don't think I've seen this one either.
I cheated off your paper.
Well, the correct answer is indeed Christopher Bridges, a.k.a. Ludacris.
Oh, wow.
Question number 3. 2006. The Departed.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right. Davo.
Mark Wahlberg, a.k.a. Marky Mark.
And Neil.
Oh, man, I went the wrong way. I went with MC Leo.
And Andy.
Mark Wahlberg.
It's indeed Marky Mark, formerly of the Funky Bunch. Mark Wahlberg.
I forgot all about him.
Also nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this role.
Yeah.
Question 4. 2016. Moonlight.
Ooh. Guess I'd forgotten Cher was a rap star.
That was my
It's
first thought, too.
Moonstruck.
Oh.
It's Moonstruck.
Then I don't know this movie.
Shit.
I'm locked in.
Oh, Lord. I've never seen Moonlight either.
No, neither have I.
Hey, Neil, what are you going with?
I don't. I
We'll
think
go with-
Snap out of it.
okay, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Dave, I'll start us off.
LL Cool J.
And Andy.
I am embarrassed about my Cher reference. It's Sonny Bono.
In 2016.
He was dead.
Well, I mean, he'd recorded it earlier, to be sure,
When?
before he ran into a tree,
And they just sat on this footage.
which is
They
why
sat
you
on it
don't
for like
ski.
20 years.
And Neil.
I also said LL Cool J.
I'm going to need some sweep music.
Really?
There's, of course, Janelle Monáe.
She's a rapper.
I like.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah. She does rap occasionally.
I actually have at least 2 of her albums.
And you went with Sonny Bono, and you've got her
I
album.
did. I'm really embarrassed now.
Sonny Bono.
Just want to make sure the listeners know how white I am. With Sonny Bono.
I was gonna guess.
I've never seen that movie.
I was gonna guess Mahershala Ali, but then I didn't want to try to say his name, so I just went with LL Cool J.
I actually asked Kels. It's Mahershala.
Well, there you go.
Ah.
I'm like, you got pretty close with your, I mean, it sounded right. You
And
just,
the band is called Chic.
it's not chick. All right. What are our scores after the movie category, Neil?
Well, after a perfectly terrible round for me, I still have 72. Andy has 76 and Davo has 79.
I am
Ooh.
back in this.
Nice.
Well, it's more like Neil tripped.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
told you I wasn't good. I mean, movies are not my thing.
We know. We've answered those questions.
All right. Category 4, literature.
Oh.
Hip hop literature.
Well, it's actually lyrics. I just like saying literature.
Okay.
So for these, there's a possible 10 points for the artist, a bonus 5 for the song.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I like it.
Neil, what you got?
I know we've referenced this a lot on the show. I was never completely clear on what it's from, but I want to say it's an LL Cool J song, but I have no idea what the name of the song would be.
Okay. And Devo?
LL Cool J. I don't know the name of the song.
And Andy?
Don't call it a comeback. I was the one referencing it. It's LL Cool J. Mama said knock you out.
Correct answer is indeed LL Cool J. The song Mama Said Knock You Out.
And to be fair to the rest of us,
Mm-hmm.
Neil and I answered LL Cool J in the last category combined 4 times.
Right. He was bound to be right.
I was hoping that Neil got this one too.
Well, this one wasn't a joke answer. I actually thought it was him.
Good pull. Question number 2. Thinking of a master plan, 'cause ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand.
I know Master Plan is Oasis, but I don't think they're hip hop.
Not
I'm
since I
going
checked this
to
morning.
punt.
You're calling me Kels.
Locked in.
And Neil, you locked in too?
Yeah, I liked him.
Okay. Let's start with Devo.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
And Andy.
You know, I'm sticking with Oasis Master Plan.
And Neil.
So the song, I'm just going to throw out Thinking of a Master Plan because that's what you said, right?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that was Kid and Play.
Oh. Well, you got part of the title right, or part of the group, but I'm gonna need some sweet music.
When and how you sweep is a vital part of curling.
It's a classic from Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, there you go.
Number 3. Falling back on that ass with the hellified gangster lean. Getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens.
Locked in.
All right.
God, I'm doing so poorly.
I think I know this one. I actually think I know this one.
Oh, Neil.
Well, if you want an easy mode, I can give you the next line.
I want easy mode.
I'm locked in.
I unlock. I want the easy mode.
If you're offering,
Yeah, I'm out.
I would like to unlock and go easy mode.
All right, so Neil's locked in. Devo and Andy want the newly improvised easy mode.
Yes.
All right. So the next line after this is, it's the capital S, so yes, so fresh, and double O P D O double G Y D O double G, you see.
Locked in. Now I know what we're talking about.
I think I had that locked in already. Crap. Locked in.
All right. Devo, start us off.
I said Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg.
Andy.
Oh, I don't want to say no. I thought this was nothing but a G thing.
You have an artist for me?
Dr. Dre.
And Neil.
I put Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, Nothing But a G Thing.
Oh, thank God.
Fart.
The correct answer is Dr. Dre's hit Nothing But a G Thing featuring
Baby.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I just want to say, I just was relieved when Sensei answered a hip hop question the same way I did. Who
That
saw
should
that
tell you
coming?
all you need to know.
So Andy took the easy mode. So does he get 5 points for Dre and 5 points for the bonus?
Yeah, sure. You get a full 15. Sorry,
I
Devo,
get
you were
nothing.
really close. All right, and question 4. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive. Are the opening bars to the Wu-Tang Clan classic song Cream. That's CREAM. What does Cream stand for?
Oh, no.
I had the song. I was really excited there for a minute. And I couldn't figure out why he was telling everybody.
I had this question. I did this question once.
Locked in. I think, yeah. Yeah. Duh. Got it. I have to say, every time I feel like I get a right answer, I feel like this is going to be the last right answer I get tonight.
Me too.
See, y'all are doing well.
I wait to hear my answer.
I'm lucky.
Okay. All right, Andy, let's start with you.
Cash rules everything around me.
Davo.
Chris Rogers eats a mango.
Sounds like a C Spot Run book.
Who's Chris Rogers?
Chris Rogers.
Is that Captain
Chris
America's
Rogers.
brother?
Brother of Cap.
Everybody knows Chris Rogers.
Everybody knows Chris Rogers.
I went to kindergarten with Chris Rogers.
He started
That
3
was a
seasons for
guy.
the Celtics.
And Neil.
I also said cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money, dollar bill, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The correct answer is cash rules everything around me. Well done. All right, so what are the scores out the category 4?
We have Dava with 89. I have 107. Andy has 111.
Ooh, all right.
I passed the Allison line. I'm fine with that. Everything else is gravy.
I'm looking up at it.
All right. Category 5, television. Question 1. In August 1988, Yo MTV Raps premiered in the U.S. and was the first hip-hop music show on the network. Who was the show's original host? A 5-point bonus if you can name any other host.
Okay, how many people were excited when he started that question because he thought it was going to be Yo MTV Raps? I really thought that was going to be the answer.
That's like 2 in a row I did that to you, Andy. I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm locked
in.
Oh my God. I just realized what's going to happen. I just realized this is a momentous moment.
It is. This is a glorious moment in the history of this program.
Is everybody locked in?
I am now.
I figured. I hadn't heard Neil and Andy's just giving away the game. Well, I did.
You got to
this-
start with Davo.
Yeah, I did this for you, Davo. How about you start us off?
The original host of Yo MTV Raps was Fab Five Freddy.
The living
Yes!
legend, Fab Five.
Yes,
Living
the
legend.
living legend. Ed
Okay.
Lover was also a host.
Okay. Neil.
So I said Fab Five Freddy because that's something I knew. So I was in college when MTV came on. We didn't have cable, or when Yo MTV Raps came on.
Mhm.
We didn't have cable, and I have never seen a minute of it. I guess maybe Snoop Dogg filled in at some point.
Okay. And Andy.
I'm actually the exact opposite of Neil. MTV was just on constantly in the background of my life from like 1986 till about 1989, 1990. And it was definitely Fab Five Freddy. Did not miss a minute of MTV.
The correct answer is Fab Five Freddy. Finally on this show.
I think I could name all the hosts in order if I had to, and what their time slots were. That's
So-
how bad.
Oh,
it
you
was.
meant like for the network, not for the
yeah,
not
for the
your
MTV
Raps.
network. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will.
The
So-
hosts, Andy.
Yeah.
The
The
hosts.
VJs. The
VJs.
There you
VJs.
go, the hosts.
For the bonus, I would have accepted Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, T Money, Conceited, and DJ Diamond Cuts. So
DJ
Wow.
Diamond.
Not remember
Cuts.
those last two.
they were like they had like a very short revival, like not too long ago. It was just kind of like a very, very short run, and then they called it quits again when MTV completely gave up on music. So Davo got 5 extra. All right, question 2. Bear with me. I tried to pare this question down, but it's still kind of long. All right, BET's Rap City, whose original format was that of a traveling show that went into the cities of the hottest rappers in the country, decided to shift to a studio format in 1999 that would take place in the same setting every day. They chose to set the show in a certain area in the fictional home of the mother of then host Big Tigger and retitled the show. What room/area did the show emanate from?
Well, I know the names of rooms in a house, so I have a shot.
There you go.
I'm locked in.
I named a room.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Now, did you
All
name
right.
a room, though?
I
Yeah.
did.
Okay. Andy, start us off.
I believe it's in the kitchen.
And Neil.
I believe Andy's wrong because I said the kitchen.
And Davo.
I believe they're both wrong because I said the basement.
Correct answer. It became Rap City, the basement.
Ah!
Good job, Davo.
Thank you.
Good call, Davo.
Was that you knew it or you guessed it?
I figured that if in this fictional world you wouldn't want all these hot young rappers blasting music in your kitchen, you'd want them doing it in the basement away from the family.
Man's got a point.
Wow, you logicked your way into that one, I guess.
I sure did.
See?
I didn't expect the science to come along with that answer. Good job, Davo. All right, question 3. After the Fresh Prince pulled up to the Banks' residence at about 7 or 8, what did he yell to the cabbie?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Ah, crap. I don't think I ever watched an episode of Fresh Prince ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even on Nick at Night?
Not even on Nick at Night.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm locked in.
All right. Davo, start us off.
He said, don't hesitate. Does it
And
rhyme?
Neil.
Okay.
Don't hesitate.
I believe he said, "Yo, Holmes, smell you later."
And Andy.
Ooh. I have a variation of that. I'm a little bit worried. I have yo homie, smell you later.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was Holmes.
The line is, yo, Holmes, smell you later. Looked at my
He said
kingdom, I was
you,
funny.
not yeah. He said you.
No, he said, yo.
Yo.
Holmes.
No, but smell ya. He said smell you.
Oh, my gosh.
So we both have a minor imperfection. Just saying.
Oh, my gosh. Andy, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
No,
Thank you.
Don't let his poor behavior get him what he wants.
I'm right.
That's negative reinforcement.
No, I'm absolutely correct. We both have one word slightly off.
I mean, yours is more egregious, though.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
You said, yo, homie?
Yo,
Smell you
homie.
later.
Yeah.
That
It's your
doesn't
Holmes.
even flow.
Yo, Holmes, smell you later.
Yo,
All right.
homie, smell
I'm
you later.
losing an argument because Neil's going, that doesn't even flow, man. This is the weird world I'm living in right now.
Andy, you get 5 points for that. You get
This is
half.
proof the multiverse exists.
All right. And finally, question 4. NBC's hit show Friends was greatly inspired by what Fox sitcom about an entrepreneur who starts an urban lifestyle magazine and her dealings with her roommates and friends that was set in Brooklyn, which premiered 1 year before Friends? So what show inspired Friends?
Locked in. I think I know what you're
Locked in?
talking about.
I'm locked in too.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right. Neil, start us off.
Good times.
Good times by Chick. Good callback, Neil. Davo, what you got?
On an episode where we're celebrating Fab Five Freddy, we have to celebrate 227.
Wow. And Andy.
Living Single.
Correct answer is Living Single.
Wow, you did watch a whole lot of TV, didn't you?
There was a period of time.
Holy crap.
All right. Let's get some scores after category 5.
After category 5, Davo has 114, I have 127, and Andy has 136.
Ooh,
This is close.
very close. All right. Category 6. Food.
Oh, I like food. I eat it.
More importantly, beef.
It's what's for dinner.
Who's got beef?
Yeah.
I like beef.
I see what you did there. It's not really
Thought
going
this
to be
was gonna
about
be easy
food,
for a
is it?
minute.
Yeah, there'll be no food. There'll be no food mentioned. All right. Question 1. The East Coast West Coast rivalry was a greatly hyped event that dominated the 90s. Ironically, it stemmed from the personal beef between what two New York City born MCs who were once great friends?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Really? I don't even know which ones are East Coast and which ones are West Coast.
Oh, Neil. My sweet Neil.
A sweet summer child.
I got 2 names down.
Okay. Andy, start us off.
The Notorious B.I.G. and Puff Daddy.
Davo.
I thought it was Tupac and Biggie.
And Neil.
I said Dre and Rakim. Because you said Rakim earlier.
I did say the correct answer is Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls and Tupac. Tupac Shakur.
Fudge sickles.
Yeah.
Right.
Diddy was.
Puff Daddy was on the same side as Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
Damn it.
And I give you half credit for that.
I locked. That's premature lockage.
You should get none. Just put it, but you got one component. Question 2. After hearing that his former group mates had dissed him on a record, Ice Cube proceeded to verbally eviscerate them on an instantly classic diss track. What group did he leave, and what was the title of the song?
Ooh.
Well, I'm locked in with what I have. I don't know the name of the song.
I don't know the name of the song either.
I can give you a hint about the title if y'all would all like it.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I know it.
So the name of this song is another way of saying that you lack petroleum.
Okay. Locked in.
Or petroleum jelly, I guess, to be more specific.
Okay, now I'm wrong. I have a feeling I know what it is now.
Anything I write is going to sound dumb. So I'm going to.
Why start worrying now?
I know. We're 220 some odd episodes in. Sounding like a moron hasn't stopped me before. All right. Locked in.
All right. Neil, what you got?
So he left NWA, and I believe the diss track was named No Vaseline.
And Davo.
NWA and No Vaseline. So I thought that's a dumb name for a song.
And Andy.
NWA, out of gas.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't throw that jelly in there earlier.
Yeah, a jelly would have helped out.
I'm sorry. The correct answer is indeed NWA, and the song is titled No Vaseline.
It seems that he's alluding to something awful.
Yes, he is.
He does kids' movies now, right?
Oh, he's big 180.
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we done yet? Yeah, he's a different cube now.
Kindler, gentler cube.
Kind of gentler cube. All right. Question 3. The tracks Take Over and Ether were the highlights of the early 2000s beef between what prolific Brooklyn MC and a once-in-a-generation Queens poet. And I do have an easy mode if you need it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. The easy mode is one of them married a child of destiny. The other married, I'm guessing, a malt shop owner.
I know one of them.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I've got one. I'm going to go with this for the other one locked in.
Did I say I was logged in? I'll lock in because I have no idea.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Start us off.
Jay-Z and Al from Happy Days. He owned the malt shop.
Okay. Oh, Davo.
Jay-Z and Nas.
And Neil.
Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg. Because I like Snoop Dogg.
I mean, Snoop Dogg's a legend. Correct answer. Jay-Z and Nas.
How is Nas a malt shop owner?
He married the lady who sang Milkshake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Khalees.
Yeah.
So is that no points for me and Andy?
There's the easy mode. And you both got Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
2 points. 2 made free throws for both of you.
I'll take it.
All right. And the final question in food. In 2003, many people were wondering, where's Ja? After popular rapper Ja Rule had seemingly been dissed into oblivion after the success of songs like Wanksta and Back Down by what fellow Queens rapper? And there's also an easy mode if you need it.
Yes, please.
I will take the easy mode as well, please.
Sure, me too.
Okay, the easy mode is JFK would have liked him, or at least the profile of his face would.
Locked in.
Locked in.
What? JFK would have liked him, or at least the profile of his face?
That's a great easy mode, by the way.
Is it?
Thank you. Yeah.
I can only think of one collaborator of his. Okay, you know what? I'm going with it.
Okay.
Going with it. Screw it. I'm not going to win.
All right, Andy, what'd you come up with?
J-Lo. I'm getting laughed at for hip-hop answers by Neil.
Well, no, just
That's
the
where
idea of her
this is.
being in a beef with.
I don't know.
Okay, Neil, what you got?
I believe, based on your clue, that it must be 50 Cent.
Who?
And Davo.
50 Cent.
Davo. I'm sorry, Andy. Who was on the $50 coin?
Oh, son of a... Didn't even think of that.
It was the whole clue.
I don't think I would have gotten there anyway.
The correct answer is indeed 50 Cent.
Okay.
All right. What are the scores after category 6?
I'm not sure if we've had a closer game before. I have 144. Davo has 144. And Andy has 148.
Whoa.
I cannot believe I'm winning.
By 4 points.
While we cobble together some semblance of an answer to this final question, after this show, head on over to the Misinformation Trivia Podcast. It is a trivia podcast for ladies and gents who love cool trivia and sticking it to annoying teams at pub quizzes. Are you that annoying team? Would you like to not be an annoying team? Listen to them. They're a good show.
So we've wrapped up 6 categories. That means it's time for...
Sudden death.
I wonder in this case if it isn't very sudden, almost immediate death.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll do okay.
Extremely shortly.
Okay. We're going to do it like this. Thinking of a number between 1 and 10. And the person who gets closest to it gets to pick the order of things.
Oh,
Locked
okay. Locked in.
Sure, I'll lock. Okay.
All right. Andy.
I'm a Beatles fan, so of course I went with number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Block that kick.
Devo.
Number 8.
Oh, you.
And Neil.
I put down number 6.
Neil is closest because the number is 4.
Wow.
Andy, I thought you were going to get it when you said you were
Said
going with the
Beatles.
Beatles. And then you said
Fab
number
4.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. I have the 10 highest grossing hip hop albums of all time.
Oh, Lord.
Now, Neil, you have the choice between starting at number 1 and going to 10, or going from 10 to number 1. So it's your call.
Interesting. Little strategy going here.
Like we'll start at 1 or 10, depending on which one you want to.
Well, let's start at 1.
All right, we're going to start at 1. So I'm going to give you the year and the album title. I just need you to give me the artist.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think y'all will ace this, honestly.
Do you?
You got a good
adorable.
shot. It's a couple of trip ups in there, but you'll see
Okay.
why I'm very confident in your abilities. All right, starting at number 1. In the year 2000, the Marshall Mathers LP.
Locked in.
Okay, I got that one.
Yeah. Devo,
Eminem.
Neil,
Eminem.
and Andy.
Eminem.
Selling 11 million copies is Eminem's
Goodness.
Marshall Mathers LP. All right,
name
everybody's
is-
safe. Number 2, coming out in 2003, Speaker Box, The Love Below.
Locked in with my guess.
That's one album.
Yes and no.
I think I'm locked in.
They were sold together.
Yeah. That's what had me confused. I'm locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right, Andy,
Outcast.
Neil.
I really had no idea, but I know Kels is a big Outkast fan, so I went with Outkast.
There you go.
Because that had something to do with the number 1 album in 2003, the second biggest grossing album in hip hop.
Well, the time is right.
The time is right. Devo.
Outcast.
Selling 11 million copies. Outcast. Number 3, coming out in 1997, Life After Death. And I'll give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know this. Locked in.
Okay. Would you still like the hint?
Sure.
The artist did not live to see its release.
I locked in.
Locked in.
Andy.
Tupac.
Devo.
Tupac.
Neil.
I figured it's one of two people, Biggie or Tupac, and I went with Tupac also.
Gonna need the sweet music.
Oh, it's Notorious B.I.G.
You have a problem with that?
Selling 10.2 million
that.
copies. The Notorious B.I.G.
I knew that.
still
that was
won.
premature lockage again.
You still won, man. It's all good.
It feels like winning by default. It's so close, and that's
That's
like a walk. That's like walking in the winning run.
Still counts as a W.
I mean, you're hosting. You can keep playing if you want to.
I mean, since everybody's out, y'all want to keep going?
Sure.
Accumulating points. So, all right. So we'll call that one the warning shot. And if you one more, you out. All right. This will be an easy one. Number 4, in 2002, The Blank Show.
Oh,
Locked in.
locked
The
in.
blank is a substitute for another word. So
Oh, man. It's a blank show.
yeah, 2002.
Man, I'm tired of losing.
Davo.
All right, I wrote something down. Crap.
All right, Davo, let's start with you.
Dre.
Andy.
The album is the Eminem Show, so I'm going to go with Eminem.
What?
And Neil.
Yeah, it's the Eminem Show.
What?
Selling
Doubled up, man.
Selling 10.1 million. I didn't
Doubled up, man. He doubled
Eminem
up
did.
that multi-platinum. Man, I outgamed the game.
Eminem feels so empty without me.
I knew that. I
You
knew
did,
that.
man. You did.
I knew that. I outgamed the system. Dang it.
I know, man. Sorry. Unfortunately, Davo can't continue, but we still got Andy and Neil.
Head to head in a hip hop championship. Just want to make that clear for the folks at home.
Multiverse.
The fight
This
nobody
is
wanted to see.
very-
420.
Very weird.
All right. Number 5. Please blank. Don't hurt him. From 1990.
Locked in.
Oh, locked in.
Neil.
MC Hammer.
Andy.
MC Hammer.
Davo, did you know that one?
Yes, I did.
Because Davo's actually wearing parachute pants right now. They never go out of style.
Selling 10 million copies. MC Hammer. All right, this one is it's a little tricky. In 1998, it's the greatest hits of artists who died in 1996.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in, though. It's been wrong every time I've locked in with him so far.
All right, Andy.
I'm hoping it's Tupac.
Neil.
I also said Tupac.
Selling 10 million copies. Tupac. The next one, 1986.
Yes.
Licensed to Ill.
Locked
I
in.
know that one.
Andy.
Beastie Boys.
Neil.
The Beastie Boys.
9 million copies sold from the Beastie Boys. Moving right along, 1997. Big Willie Style.
I know that one too.
And I'm out. Oh, unless I have a huge guess. Locked in.
Yeah, I locked in.
All right. Neil.
Will Smith.
Andy.
That's what I went with. Will Smith. That's all I got.
9 million copies sold. Will Smith.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
They had Getting Jiggy with it on it. Men in Black. Miami. All right. 1996. All Eyes on Me.
And I'm out. All Eyes on Me, 1996. I got nothing.
I'm locked in if I didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Neil.
I believe it is JFK. I mean, 50 Cent.
Andy.
I really have no idea. I just can't even place the album. Run DMC.
Gonna need the sweet music.
All I'm trying to say is sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around.
Every time I hear that, I can't help but dance a little bit. 9 million copies sold by Tupac.
Still don't know.
All Eyes on Me. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So was that 9?
Good God.
The last one on the list, 2003, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh,
Tupac?
no idea.
Biggie?
50?
Jay-Z?
Who said 50?
I said 50.
50 Cent debut album sold 8.9 million copies.
Why didn't he go for the full dollar?
I don't know.
Yeah, no kidding.
Unsolved mystery.
Well, good quiz, Kels.
Thank you. Who
Well
who
done,
won?
Kels. This was a tough one.
What were the scores?
The final scores were Davo with 164, I had 214 and Andy had 218.
So Andy is the hip hop master of Brave Little Trivia.
I think I proved I am not.
Oh.
Well, you proved that you're better than Davo and I.
Yes.
Barely.
Well, congratulations, Andy, on your win.
Thank you.
Very good quiz, Kels. I'm sure I've learned something.
I'm glad, Davo. That's what we try to accomplish here.
Thank you, Chris Rogers, wherever you are. And thank you, Neil, for being here and playing. It's a rare occurrence for you to not win a game.
That I play. I don't win lots of games.
So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, I am your MC Davo. See what I did there?
Uh-huh.
With Kels.
Don't push me, because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Ha 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 ha. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under.
Andy.
Are you down with A&D? Yeah, you know me. So long, little brainers.
Proud.
And the Sensei Neil.
1, 2, 3, and to the 4 Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door ready to make an entrance, so back on up, cause you know we're about to rip up. Give me the microphone first, so I can bust like a bubble Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Baby.
I have to bleep the robot.
You do. Little present from Sensei to you.
That wasn't me. That was LB5K.
Right, yeah. No, it's not.
Sentient.
Signing off.
Hello, ladlers. We here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast are thrilled to announce that we have merch, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, and a 1986 Buick Regal sitting on what the kids would say, dubs. I mean, the works. Go to brainladleshop.com and give our beautiful new shop a once over. Show your love of trivia and help support the show by locking in on your favorite swag. And remember our sales motto, if you want it, we got it. If we ain't got it, we're going to get it. So you better get it while the getting's good.
How do you get phosphorus? How do you get a T for phosphorus?
T for phosphorus.
I
was going to walk by it.
No,
See, Dave, nobody's teasing me because I punted.
The thing of it is I had P and L and I didn't know anything else. I thought lithium was just an L and I didn't have anything else. And it's like, well, I'll just put down a joke answer, which is T-Pain.
I understand, Dave.
It was funny though, so that's good.
Well, it would have been.
I don't like entertainment.
I like to watch them. I just don't remember anything about them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like I've seen The Departed probably 3 or 4 times at least, and I totally spaced on the fact that Mark Wahlberg was in it.
I have so much salt for that, but I'm going to save it for another episode.
No, what? No, I gotta know. What is it? What
Salt
do you have
for the
against
movie
Mark
or
Wahlberg?
just for Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg getting a nomination for basically being himself.
It happens, Davo.
Just amp up. Just forget you ever went to Hollywood, had vocal training, did get in that Southie accent and yell at people. And the nominees are what?
Hey man, that happens.
It does. It's wrong, but it happens.
I understand.
By the way, quick aside, I was working in the shop today and I was having problems with my voltmeter when I was working on some wiring. And so I called my dad, who was an electrical engineer, and he was walking me through it. And I was also babysitting Emmett, and I had it on speakerphone. Emmett walked over And Emmett's never met my dad or talked to him. And he's listening to my dad walk me through it. And he comes up to me and he says, Can I talk to Bop's daddy?
Oh.
And I thought to myself, that's my rap name.
Bop's daddy?
Bop's daddy. Yeah, Bop's daddy. Come on.
Bop.
Does that flow, Neil?
Oh.
I mean, I know you're kind of the expert on what flows.
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
Okay.
It's better than E-I-E-I-O. I give you that.
Yeah, it is better than EIA.
That might be Bop's daddy's first single.
First and last. Grand opening, grand closing. The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Sure, come get this baby.